Jenny Au says. These are good answers. But define an R.
It's an expression of pain.
Expression of pain. Good. So tonight I shall answer some of the questions that I've been asking you because that's the purpose. Number one, let me just assure you that Toastmasters is never a good training ground. Some people will disagree, but I'll prove to you. Toastmasters is an excellent laboratory. But it is not a good training ground unless you have John C. to train you. Just name any trainer who has ever trained you to count R's. Anyone?
No.
How many of you, since you joined Toastmasters, this is the first time?
Yes.
That's the purpose of me doing this. Because I found a need for fellow Toastmasters to know first what is an R, and then second, to know how to count an R. So tonight, your training starts. Next question I ask the club. Who do you normally appoint as R counters? Who do you normally appoint as R counters? New Toastmasters? Experienced Toastmasters? Or known Toastmasters?
Experience.
Jenny would say experience because it's a politically correct answer. Because you know what I'm looking for. You're a smart lady. But give me the correct answer. Who do you normally appoint as R counters?
New Toastmasters.
Thank you very much, Miss Yu. So you're frank, isn't it?
Honest.
Honest. That's like, I love it. Is R counting an easy job to do?
No.
Edwin, is it easy to do,
No.
Edwin?
No, it's not.
Sorry?
No, it's not.
It's not.
Yeah.
Why is it not?
You have to be attentive to the.
You have to be attentive.
Yeah.
Joe says it's easy, Joe. I saw you nodding your head. You say
Okay,
it's easy.
pass it to her.
Suresh, you say it's easy. Why is it so easy, Suresh?
Because you already know what you need to focus on, not the entire piece, just to see those pillars.
Do you already know what is an R, sir?
What is that?
What's in an R? You say when you already know what is a word filler. So do you know what is a word filler or a pause filler? Or an R? So if you do not know, how can you count them?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, kalapa, yeah. Next question. Is R counting an insignificant role? That's the question I really want to ask you. Is R counting an insignificant or a significant role in Toastmasters meetings?
Significant.
Then why do you want to appoint a new member to do it? Or an inexperienced Toastmaster to do it? Got my point?
They're more attentive, I think, the new one.
The new ones. You think so? Next question. Are R counters properly trained and guided by senior members?
No.
Edwin, how many times have you done R counting, sir?
A few times.
A few times. Have you been guided by senior members? Don't
Uh,
laugh.
From Google
You
search.
do it by trial and error. Agreed?
Yeah.
Good.
Correct.
Next. Does the R counter
Actually,
know
yeah.
how to deliver an effective R counting report? That's the important thing. So I'm not going to train you how to cut down your number of R's or eliminate R's. No, that is something you have to do it yourself. But I'm going to share with you the importance of R counting and what is R counting. So that the next time we have a meeting, you have volunteers to say, I volunteer to be an R counter. Because it's an important role, it's a significant role in the Toastmasters meeting. I'll tell you why later. Next question, what is an R? What is the definition of an R? Can somebody give me the definition of an R?
A and H.
Sorry, sir?
A and H.
A and H, very clever answer. Huh? So you deserve a clap, right? Hello, if I skip it as I look, okay? Next question. When is it an R and when is it not an R? How many find this is a retarded question? An I is an R, not an I is not an R. So when is it an R and when is it not an R?
When the name is Ahok. The name Ahok is not an R. It's a name.
Okay. And then? What else?
When it's then there's a R. When it's a pause, it's filling up the pauses. Used to fill up the pauses, then it's a R. Then you count them.
Oh, like
When
that.
it's a name, you don't count them.
Or you
Okay.
spell with A-R, R.
When it is an expression, it is a non-filler.
You know what they say?
Pause.
If you do not know anything, it's better to shut up and prove that you're a fool. Sorry. Alright, these are good participation. I love it. But you're not giving the answers because that's where you want to find out the answers. Makes you look angry. Okay, I'm just being funny. Next question. How many categories of R's are there? How many categories of R's are there?
9 to 10.
9 to 10. Why is it 9 to 10, sir? These are examples of R. These are not categories. Okay. Next is lip smacking and R.
Yes.
Oh, yes,
Yes.
it is.
Yeah, it is. You fill up the pauses.
Oh,
Lip
so
smacking. Yeah.
it's an R.
Yeah.
wow, you're so sure, huh?
Sure.
You're positively sure.
Positively.
Interesting.
Oh, is it?
Later you'll know, huh? Is word repetition and R.
Yes.
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 Is word repetition and R.
Depends.
Yeah.
Good answer. Why do you say it depends, Joe?
Because repetition can also mean I want to emphasize something.
Listen to a master at work.
Wow.
So if I can deliberately repeat a word or a phrase, it's called a rhetorical device. So some persons say, and Akato will say, you have word repetition, you use it 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. It depends on how it's being used. So as an R counter, you have to explain why you considered it an R when you make the report, to be fair to the speaker. Next, are long pauses R counts? Are long pauses R counts? If I look at Joe and say, Joe, is it an R count, Joe?
No, not doing it for emphasis.
So some R counters say you have 5 long pauses. Albert! Is it an R count, Albert? It's not, huh? So when is it an R? When is it not an R? Are you clearly sure which is an R, which is not an R? That's the purpose of this workshop. So the latest addition I heard is laughing out loud. LOL is an R. And I said, is laughing out loud an R? If I speak and I laugh at my own jokes, is it an R? So we have new categories coming along the way, you know. And actually, I'm quite worried because nobody actually have taught you what an R is. I'm going to share with you tonight. I give you examples, and you tell me whether it is an R. Are you all ready? When I sit on the hot, delicious cup of chocolate, it's delicious. Is the R considered an R?
No.
Why not? You say A-H is an R, what? Earlier you told me it's an R, isn't it? So is it an R here?
No.
Why not?
Expression.
It's an expression. Next. Alright. Are you all ready? Alright. Are you all ready? Is the word alright an R?
Yes.
I see Chuck nodding his head. And the gentleman behind shaking his head. So, Chuck, why are you nodding your head, sir? Is it an R? I said, alright. Are you all ready? Is it an R?
Because all right serves no purpose in that sentence.
Oh, Chuck says alright serves no purpose. Sir behind, why do you nod your head, sir?
Because I thought that it serves a purpose.
Interesting. Tell us, what purpose does it serve, sir?
It gets the attention of people at the beginning of a speech.
So who is right and who is not right? Is Chuck right or is, sir, what's your name, sir? The one,
Andrew.
sorry?
Andrew.
Andrew. So you agree with Chuck or agree with Andrew?
Andrew.
I agree with both.
Okay, I give you an example 2 times already. Third time I'm going to say, alright, are you all ready? Is it meaningful when I use the word alright?
Yes.
What is the purpose of me
Attention.
using the word alright?
Catch attention.
What did Andrew say?
Get attention.
To catch your attention. If I don't say alright, I say, are you all ready? Versus, alright, are you all ready? Is there a different impact? So is there a purpose of me using the word alright? I say alright and I stop. I pause for a while. If I say, all right, are you all ready? Perhaps then it's an ah, isn't it? So you see, it's the way I use it that determines whether it's an ah count or not. Agreed? Interesting. You see, got two gentlemen. So Chuck, do you agree with us now, sir? Or do you still maintain that it's an ah?
I think it's more or less a question. You could say that, ladies and gentlemen, instead of just all right.
There are many ways of catching attention. So all right could be one way. And all right is a meaningful word or is it a useless word? In this case, is it a meaningful word or is it a useless word? Is all right useless or meaningful?
I think it's okay.
It's okay, huh? So Chuck, I'll share with you a little bit more, then Chuck, then you'll see whether you agree, huh? We'll go back later. You are Chuck. You are Chuck. There are two. One is the lip smacking, one is the word ah. You are Chuck. Are there ahs used in this sentence?
Yes.
You are Joe. You are Joe. Is the lip smacking an ah?
Yes.
Why is it yes?
Fill up the pause. Lah.
Is it deliberate?
Yes.
Is it meaningful?
No.
Not meaningful.
Lip smacking.
Yeah.
It's a bad habit.
No. My question is it deliberate? Is it meaningful? If I say, what's your name? Miss you versus miss you, is there a difference? If I say miss you versus miss you, is there a difference?
Yes.
What does the lip smacking?
You're annoyed. You're not.
Yeah, I'm showing my annoyance. So in this case, is it meaningfully used, that lip smack?
Yeah.
See what I mean? I said you are versus you miss you versus you are miss you. You know you are is Singlish, isn't it? So the next question I ask you, is Singlish acceptable in a Toastmasters meeting? It depends. Why depends?
The emphasis, sometimes you want to bring the message across, that could be understood better.
Correct. There are certain expressions in the Singlish language, Singlish whether it's a language or not, that no English can ever replace. I say, Joe, alamak! Can you say it in English? See? Yes, sir.
But it would depend, right? Because if your audience is local, then yes. But if your audience is not, then by using that, they won't understand
In
the
this
word
particular
alamak.
sentence, Cyril, I said,
Yeah.
you are Cyril.
No, I understand. So if it's local,
So in this context, right, does it matter who the audience is?
yes. Because if we're local, I say you are, but we have
If you're
that.
Angmo, Cyril, if you're Angmo,
Yes.
I said, you are Mr. Cyril.
The R there, I feel that the R there for a foreigner, they will not understand the you are because they are not. I mean, if you talk about foreigner that's been in Singapore, that's very different. If
Joe,
talk about
you
that-
Joe, you tell me you're American, right? Does it make a difference, Joe? Versus Joe, you versus Joe, you does it make a difference, Joe?
Joe has been here for a long time.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. But he's a foreigner.
But I think I think they.
Okay, you're missing the point,
They might
okay?
probably go you. They will go you. Instead of you are, they will go you.
I'm asking Joe here. Joe, does it make a difference, the R and the no R?
To me, I'm used to both, so it doesn't make a difference.
You're very tactful, okay. What I'm saying is the impact of what you're using. Let me give you the definition, and let me give you a little bit more, then you can decide, okay? Now it's still a little bit too early to decide. Next. Cyril, are you okay? Cyril, are you okay? Is the word okay a word filler or a pause filler or an R count? Cyril, are you okay?
Not a filler.
Is it a filler?
Mm.
Why is it not a filler?
Okay.
Okay is a word, you know. O-K-E-Y is a word.
It's the phrase in case of are you alright?
Yeah, are you alright?
Are you okay? Are you alright?
Are you feeling well? Are you okay? So it depends on the context it's being used. Agreed?
True
So an R counter's job is not easy because he or she got to put himself or herself in the shoes of the speaker and say, where is that speaker coming from? You got to understand the speaker's style of speaking even. So is it easy to be an R counter? No, it's never easy. It's really a hard job. Next. So I said, let's go. So I said, let's go is so and R. So I said, let's go versus I said, let's go. Is there a difference?
When you say let's go, you won't say so I say. Or you say let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, but I said now, so, miss you, I said, let's go.
You use it as a continuation, then it's alright.
Depends on what comes before that.
No.
Yeah.
Just this sentence. So, I said, let's go. In this context, is it an R? You're not sure? Fine. Later, I'll share with you. Never mind. I'll share with you. These are the questions I put across.
Okay.
Yes, it's good
Using
to
my
think.
thinking
These are the questions I'm putting across to you for you to think. So that when I give you the solution to my questions, then you will know. It's either yes or no already. It's not, I'm not sure. And some people say yes, some people say no. Because that's the purpose of my question. To make you all think. Next. Now, it's late. Now, it's late. If it's already 11 o'clock, I say, now, it's late. Versus, it's late. Is there a difference? Is the word now an R count?
No.
No.
No, it's not. Huh? Good. So what is an R count? And what is not an R count? Can you take the sheet of paper that President has handed up to you, the empty sheet of paper that you put in the blank? You know which one I'm referring to? Do you have it? Yes. Okay, let's go through the definition of an R count. Let's go through the 4 criteria that constitute an R count. And let's go through the 2 types of R count. There are 3 main areas I want to share with you this evening. Number 1, what is an R count? The definition. Number 2, the 4 criteria. And number 3, the 2 types of R count. Are you agreeable on this?
Yes.
Good. What is the definition? Can you help me to write down? What is an R count? Words or sounds, please write it down. Words or sounds that speakers use, words or sounds that speakers use that do not contribute to the meaning of the sentence delivered. Words or sounds that speakers use that do not contribute to the meaning of the sentence delivered. Words or sounds that speakers use that do not contribute to the meaning of the sentence delivered. If some of you were to be speaking halfway, and I put up my hand, let's say, Cyril, say a sentence, Cyril. Say a sentence.
Hello.
Say that again.
Hello.
Okay, a sentence.
Hello, I'm here.
Is that a word filler?
No, don't get it.
Okay, let me demonstrate that. Cyril, talk.
Hello, I'm here.
Is that a word filler? I'm interrupting him, right? I said, is it a word filler or a pause filler? Is it an
No, but he's
Listen again, Cyril, talk.
Good evening, everybody.
Is that a word filler or a pause filler or a R count? If you're an R counter, when I interrupt Cyril in his middle of his sentence, is it an R count? That's the question. Why?
because you're the speakers. You're counting the speakers, not the.
So if you are the R counter and I interrupt Cyril in this way and I say, is it an R count? So the question is it deliberately done? And if it is deliberate, what is my reason for doing it? Isn't it? That means I don't like what Cyril is saying and I stop him halfway, deliberately. It is very rude, but sometimes you do it, isn't it?
Objection and all.
Sir?
Objection.
Objection, yeah, in court, isn't it? Objection. So again, the context of how you use it. The 4 criteria, please write down. Number 1 is repetitive. It's repetitive. Are you all writing down? If you have no pen, put up your hand. Then we can give you some pen. Anybody? Mr. Tan, no pen,
Don't use blood, okay?
Don't use blood. Mr. Tan, you got no pen, is it? Okay, Albert can lend you one. Thank you. Number 1 is repetitive. Number 2 is habitual. Number 2 is habitual. Number 3 is subconscious. Number 3 is subconscious. Number 1, repetitive. Number 2, habitual. Number 3, subconscious. Number 4, not deliberate. Number 4, it's not deliberate. Number 4, it's not deliberate. Have you all written down all the 4 criteria as well as the definition? Let's discuss, folks. Do you all agree with the definition of an R? It's either a word or a sound. Agreed?
Yes.
That is meaningless. Full stop. Agreed or not? So any word or sound that I use that is meaningless, has got no meaning to my sentence, is an R count. Agreed?
Yeah.
And it meets any of these 2 of these 4 criteria. It meets any 2 of these 4 criteria. Why do we have 2 and not just 1? There's a reason. Tell me, folks. Why must it be 2 or not just 1? Now this goes, I took a long time to research this before I come up with this. And whatever questions you have, whatever you're not sure, this is the time to bring up because I can explain to you why. Why is it 2 criteria, not 1? To meet an R count.
It's a confirmation.
Some people say it's a double confirm. Yes, that's one reason, but there's a better reason. Can I be repetitive and conscious? Can I say, Lawrence, I like the support you're giving me. Lawrence, each time I conduct an R counter workshop, you're there. Lawrence, I like the fact you're a good friend to me. I use Lawrence's name how many times? 3 times. Repetitive, right? Is it an R count?
No.
It's a rhetorical device. I'm telling you how much I like Lawrence because he supports me. It's not only Lawrence, I think the rest of you are supporting me too, right?
Of course.
So, it could be repetitive. But if I do it subconsciously and repetitive, then it's an R count. Because I'm not aware that I'm using it so many times. Or it could be repetitive and habitual because it's a habit. So any 2 of these 4 will constitute an R count. And sometimes habitual and subconsciousness come together. Agreed? So if you look deep into these 4 criteria, it is deeply researched before I come up with this. And there's only one person, John C., who does it in Singapore, Malaysia, Batam, and anywhere else around the world. And I want to write this article into Toastmasters International magazine. I plan to do it. And nobody can take away my copyright, okay? So don't write it before me. Mr. Tan is like, Mr. Tan, Gavel Club member for how long?
4 years.
4 years. Anybody told you about all these things?
No, I
You-
don't know. Even now you explain to me, I don't understand.
Okay. What is it that you don't understand, sir?
Yeah.
What is it that you don't understand?
Because I never heard of the word account.
Oh, never heard of the word account? Do you have account in your meeting?
I always heard the word only ahi.
That's your name, is it?
That is my name.
Yeah.
Oh.
Account lah, uncle. Not ahi lah. You know what is an account or not? So you're trying to be funny or is it a serious thing? Okay, so what's wrong with account? Gavel Club don't have R counters, is it? Do we have R counters at Gavel Club meetings? Okay. Who helped you start up the club? Who is the mentor of your club? I must go and show the phone. Did you teach them R counting or not, sir?
Not yet.
How many years? 4 years
Now,
already.
next
So-
meeting, next meeting.
So you know who is the culprit, huh? There are 2 types of account. Let me continue. Okay, there are 2 types of account. One is a word filler. The other one is a pause filler. Now, folks, I have to tell you my background. I was trained in speech and drama. And all these things are taught to me by my lecturers. And my lecturers are all professors. And when professors tell you, there is always a reason behind. And the definition of an account is also something I learned from my professors. The 2 types of account are word fillers and pause fillers. Full stop. Word fillers are words that you use. Pause fillers are sounds that you use. So there are 2 types of account. Full stop, that's all. Agreed? Now everything becomes very clear, isn't it? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Do you know that Toastmasters International advocates that the first 5 counts are discounted? Do you know why? How many of you know this? Nobody knows, huh? Uncle John has been Toastmasters since 1990. So I think I'm experienced enough to tell you. And there's a reason why Toastmasters advocates this. The reason is everybody use R. Even for me, I'm not spared. Everybody use R. Even professional MCs like Cyril use it. Nobody is spared. I've not heard any professional speakers who have not used R. It's more or less only. So the first 5 are discounted because of that fact. Agreed? Agreed? Make sense? Next. Let me go through again. Then you tell me whether it's an R. Earlier on there was some dispute, isn't it? So now let me go through the list again. How many, okay. When I sip on the hot, delicious cup of chocolate, it's delicious. Is that an R?
No.
Why? Is it deliberate? Is it meaningful? Alright, are y'all ready? Alright, are y'all ready? Is alright an R count?
No.
Why not?
Meaningful.
Chuck, is it an R count now, sir?
Yes.
Why do you say yes, sir? Is it meaningless?
Subconscious.
No, I'm asking you, sir, is it meaningless, the word?
Yes, it is.
Why is it meaningless? Is alright meaningless here or meaningful here? No, when you say something, you must substantiate, Chuck. When you say it's meaningless, why?
So if you want to grab attention, why can't you say attention, ladies and gentlemen?
This is another way of grabbing your attention. I said, Chuck, are you alright? Also the same thing. Alright, let's go. It's just one word I use to catch your attention, Chuck.
Okay.
Why so difficult?
Because different people have different ways, right?
Correct.
And you also want to moderate. You don't want to say every single time, ladies and gentlemen.
Exactly.
You want to use other terms.
Correct.
Because in one session, if you use ladies and gentlemen every single time,
It's stale already, isn't it,
yes,
Cyril?
Yes.
Sometimes, Teochew come out because there are Teochew audience there. Okay, so Cyril is correct. He's a professional MC, so he knows what he's talking about.
I lie most of the time.
Yeah, that one you don't have to tell her. So I said, Cyril, you are. Is it an account?
No, now I get your point. Now
You
I
got
get
my
your point.
point, huh?
I explain why I get your point. If you're, that's why I think you guys, I mean what John is saying is that you need somebody experienced. Because here, the point is when you say you are, although I say to a foreign audience, you may not understand, but now we have to think of the context of the speaker. The speaker is trying to say you are. I mean, honestly, if he's facing an American audience, he shouldn't use this, but it doesn't mean that it's constitute for account filler because he's using it as an attention. That's what I got from what you were saying.
Thank you so much, sir. I love you.
I'm not yet gay, sir.
So, ladies and gentlemen, my job is done. The next part I want to share with you or ask you is, ladies and gentlemen, this question. If an R counter and a timer gives a report and evaluators give evaluation, who has got more power? A person giving a report or a person giving an evaluation? Think first before you give me an answer. Who has got more power, an evaluator or a reporter? I heard under your breath evaluator. Why does an evaluator has got more power versus a reporter? Why? Give me a reason.
Evaluators give feedback.
Evaluators give evaluation.
Suggestions.
Yes. So my question is, who has more power, a reporter or an evaluator?
Evaluator.
Okay, let me ask you in another way. If an evaluator gives feedback and evaluation, which is his point of view or her point of view, versus an R counter or a timer who says, John, your time, you went overtime by 6 seconds. Your time is 36 minutes. Can I dispute her? But if Jenny comes up to me and said, John, my opinion about your presentation is, I think you're too long-winded. I said, no lah, I disagree with you. Can I disagree with her when she reports my timing versus her impression of my delivery of this workshop? You got my point? I can dispute her if she evaluates me, but I cannot dispute her when she said, you took 36 seconds, or 36 minutes. I can't dispute her because she's timing me. So who has got more power, a reporter or an evaluator?
Reporter.
So you see, the job of the timer, the job of an R counter is much more important than an evaluator. I would love to say, being a language evaluator, being a speech evaluator, I have the power, but no, it is just my opinion of a person's speech. But if you say, John, you got 36 R's, I counted, I cannot dispute you because I don't have the chance to count my own R's. Only an R counter has the power. So who wields the power here? A reporter or an evaluator?
Reporter.
So you see the importance of an R counter or the timer, ladies and gentlemen. So the next time you appoint an R counter, remember, he or she is doing a very important job. He or she got to really, really listen from the speaker's point of view to say whether it's an R count or not an R count. So please, a little bit more respect for the R counter tonight. So how many did I use?
0.
You were not counting. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your attention, and thank you very much for the opportunity. I love you all. Yes,
John.
yes, President.
So, what is the appropriate way of doing a report?
Very good question. If I count the various categories of R's that a person used, I'll say you have 3 particularly R's, 2 R's, and even though this gentleman, what is the gentleman's name? Marshall Cooper. He is very thorough. I think he's too thorough.
Yeah.
He said, you started off with 2 R's because you were a little bit shaky at the beginning, because you're a little bit nervous. So you use a little bit more R's at the beginning. Towards the middle of your speech, you use 3 word fillers. Like, and he will give you an example. Now, that is the way to give an R counter report, because if I'm listening to you, I have not been listening to my speech. I don't know which part of the speech I'm using what word fillers. So you identify the kind of R counts, you identify how many, and you tell the person which part of the speech he has used what kind of R. Then the person will understand better. That is the best way to give an R counter report. And it takes more time, not just 2 minutes or 3 minutes. That person needs more time. I'll share with you how, give me a little bit more time please, why I came up with this workshop. Now I pride myself to be a professional speaker. And for many years I tracked my R count. I'm that meticulous. I go to this club called NTU Alumni Toastmasters Club. And when I go to this club's meeting, I'm always invited as the language evaluator. And this lady particularly, I do not know why, she each time I attended the meeting at that club, she's the R counter. She's a former president of the club. And each time I go and say, John, you got 36 R's, you got 20 over R's, you got... Normally it's 20, 30 over R's. And the first time I went and said, cannot be. But I did not dispute her counting.